Hey guys, Comet here. Welcome to episode 10 in my Spaced Out series, where in the last episode, I made this makeshift Drecko farm up here so that I could shear these Dreckos and get some reed fiber to make some atmosuits. And I also discovered that atmosuits have a durability setting now. So as Simona here points out, when you start a new colony, there's a setting you can change, and either this wasn't in place when I first started, or I just completely missed it. So when you load up a new game, if you go to game settings, there's a durability thing right here. The indestructible setting is what atmosuits used to be, but now you can change it so that they break more quickly. But what I want to get done in this episode, knowing that atmosuits need to be repaired now, is a more permanent Drecko farm. And in order to do that, I can't feed them balm lilies anymore because I don't have any way of supplying chlorine to the balm lilies. So I'm gonna have to send a dupe over to this asteroid here to bring back some mealwood seeds so that I can feed these Dreckos mealwood. And if we take a look at mealwood, it will only grow in oxygen, polluted oxygen, and carbon dioxide. But in order for the Dreckos to regrow their scales, they have to be in hydrogen. I have just barely enough space to fit some farms over here. This just ended up working out perfectly. So I'm gonna move the Drecko farm over to here. So I'll put in the shearing station, the grooming station, and the critter drop-off. And then everything after that point will be the mealwood farms. And so I'll have a lower layer down here, 2 blocks tall, of probably just oxygen. Well, maybe carbon dioxide would be better, because then the food won't spoil. And then at the top, I'll have some hydrogen. So the Dreckos, as they randomly walk around, should theoretically be in hydrogen half the time. So their scale growth won't always be at, it's 13%, plus 13% when they're in hydrogen. So when you average that out, it'll only be 6.5%. So they'll give me half of the reed fiber that they normally would if they were just completely encased in hydrogen. But this way I can keep them with the food, or with their food supply. Now this planet has some hard materials to dig through, and I need my dupe to be able to explore the whole thing so that I can find the supply teleporter input, so I can send back the seeds. So if I go to skills, and I see who has super duper hard digging here, I think it's Nicola. Ren, okay, it's Ren. So if I send Ren over to here, I can have him go and explore the map here. And it might be better, actually, if I have him unequip the suit. Oh, it's already over here. Okay. Well, that was quick. I just need to avoid this salt water up here. Oh, okay, so this is cool. I can repair the atmosuits using 1 reed fiber. So it doesn't require all of the refined metals to make it back. Okay. And what is happening over here? Are you trapped? Oh, that's not good. Okay, but now I have access to this teleporter here. Field research. Okay, that means I need to send Gosman over here. So we'll send Ren back. Wait, actually, I don't want to do that. I need him to... I don't think I can have him put the suit back on. Oh, he will. Oh, perfect, okay. And then I'll send him back. No, Ren. There you go. Teleport. And then he'll run back and drop the suit off. Okay, perfect. So we'll set this to always repair any worn suits. Now that these guys are shaved, I gotta get them back over here. And then what's the cooldown on this? Okay, once this goes all the way back up, I'll send Gosman over and try and load up some seeds. I have a lot of idle dupes. I think it might be better if I just disable this and let them through. I don't think there's anything really that can hurt them other than trying to dig down here, and as long as I don't queue that up, I think I'll be fine. I'll get more done this way. Okay, this has been completely charged now. Let me double check who I need to send. So they need field research. Gosman has field research. Okay. So I will send Gosman. Teleport. Alright, here she is. Okay. She's activating it. Is it linked? Okay, so all I have to do is... Is it already connected? I think I can see a rail right there. Yeah, it looks like it's already connected. So all I have to do then is power it. Let's make some space here for a wheel. Then I'll power it. And I'll put in the mealwood seeds. Oh, but I need a battery, right? That would help. Alright, here we go. We'll get that battery charged up. And then I'll kick Gosman off the wheel. She should go grab some seeds. Oh, I need to allow manual use. Because I definitely have a seed here. Is she gonna do it? Yes. 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 Where did it come out at? Do I need to have a conveyor chute over here? Hopefully I didn't just send it off to some random planet. Oh, yes! Okay, perfect. I have seeds now. I can send Gosman back, mission accomplished. And now I can plant the mealwood. So now I need to get some hydrogen stuck in here. And until I get plastic, I can't really use these transit tubes to completely isolate this atmosphere. So I'm gonna see if I can just get some hydrogen stuck up in these 2 layers up here. So instead of running it through all of these generators here, I can run a pipe all the way over to here. Actually, maybe this vent should be over here. I think that's a little bit safer. And then I will snip that direction. And I'll get these guys moved over to the new spot. And that means I don't need these balm lilies, which means I don't need all of this complicated piping. So I'll connect that back down to there. And I'll snip that. I'll let this water empty out. Well, actually, maybe I should snip that too then. And I'm going to remove all of these buildings. Oh, these are too warm, so they're not using any of the water. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just do that. I'll drain out all of the warm water, and then the cooler water should cool off the rest of the bog buckets, so more of them start working, and it should fix itself. So this looks like it's about to fill up on hydrogen, and they actually laid some eggs here, so I'll start getting more Dreckos. So I will snip that side now. And I'll divert the hydrogen back to the generators. And then I also noticed that the carbon dioxide here is starting to get kinda high. So I'll take out these two statues on the sides to put in some carbon skimmers here. So for the plumbing, it's going to be routed through here. Straight across the bottom. And into there. And then here, let's see, we can come out this way, come over here, and then I'm actually going to use a bridge to connect those together. Like that. So I'll just jump over the output. So this will get the carbon dioxide levels back down to where they need to be. Oh, it looks so happy. And these plants are growing. I don't know if they're growing fast enough to actually make a seed so that I can get more of them, or if these dreckos are just going to keep suppressing their growth. Because when they eat the plant, they change it back down to 0%. And it's getting really cold in here again. So I will turn glass blowing back on. Because this started back up. I just want to make sure it doesn't scald them. Okay, it looks fine. Because with the extra glass, I can keep building the flooring here. Whoa, what just happened here? Why is it melting? Maybe we can't do this. I'm starting to get a food warning because my bog buckets were stifled for so long. I've still got 24, which is more than what I calculated I needed. So this should build up a surplus. And then since I have Sweetles and Dreckos, which will turn into meat, I think I just need to wait for my reserves to fill back up. Of course, I could make maybe a water pool over here. I could dump the glass then into that water pool. So instead of feeding the bog buckets directly, I could get a more average temperature that way. And then I could even try that fertilizer thing since I have phosphorite. And I can always have phosphorite. I said I didn't want to do this because of the added complexity, but now that I have a permanent Drecko farm, I think it's safe to do this. So I can keep getting phosphorite by fertilizing the mealwood, because the Dreckos turn the dirt that was put into the mealwood into phosphorite, and dirt is actually a renewable resource. As long as you have some filtration medium, you can turn polluted water into clean water and polluted dirt, and then turn the polluted dirt into clean dirt. And speaking of which, I should probably put in some compost up here. And I will turn this area into a bog bucket farm. So, let's see, the bottom tiles need to be hydroponic. The farm station, let's see. Okay, let's try this. Put in the farm station, then the hydroponic farms, and a door. And then, I don't like the way I did the power here, so I'm gonna reroute that. This carbon skimmer skimmed a little bit too much carbon, so I'm having some spoiling. I need to power these refrigerators again. I'm really concerned about my food. But if I have the water tank up here, like I was saying, then I can more precisely control the temperature. So after the water cools off this room and the oxygen, then I want to route it over here and dump it here. So here, we'll plant the bog buckets and remove all of these guys. What I really should have done while Gosman was on this planet was dig up some of these extra mealwood plants here. That way I could send back even more seeds. So I don't think it matters who I send back, but I'll send Gosman anyway to load up a couple more seeds, because I can't make any more seeds than just these 3 plants because the Dreckos keep eating it. And they've almost completely rerouted all of the plumbing here, so I'm still waiting on that. And I've decided to insulate the oxygen leaving this production facility here before it enters the main base. That way it doesn't give off its heat in this area. If it's warmer, then it will give off its heat in the DHU, which is thermally controlled by this aqua tuner. So I will dig up these plants here. And I gotta get down to there. And actually, I should probably ship over some bristle blossom too. That's a good food source. So let's also enable the blossom seeds. I actually don't want Nicola doing this yet because they don't have any water, so I'm just wasting the resources on farmers touching them. Oh, I have a glossy drecklet egg. That's useful for plastic, but I don't know if I want to do glossy Drecko ranching. I'd rather use this space for reed fiber. Oh, I didn't even notice. All my atmosuits are repaired. I have no more reed fiber, though. I want to build up some reed fiber before I put the checkpoint back in. Or at least grow this farm a little bigger. Okay, it looks like Gosman sent back all the seeds now. Just want to double check that there's no more plants I want to send back. I think I'm good. So I'll go ahead and send her back. So now these bog buckets are starting to grow. Since I have water. And this water is at 6 degrees, so it should cool off these mealwood plants that are being stifled because all of this dirt production is so warm. I suppose I could move these down into here where it's temperature controlled. Well, we just hit cycle 365, so we've been here for a full year now. At least, that's Earth years. I don't know how years work out here on these asteroids. I may actually want to route the water through here to try and cool off those mealwood plants. They're still a little too warm. But now that I have all of this cold water here, that's keeping everything over here cold, I can turn these forges back on. Because they're just going to dump the glass out right over here into the cold water. And now everything over here is too cold. This balancing act is insane. My batteries keep dying during the night, so I think I need to do the solar panel pyramid thing so that I can capture more power and then make a bigger battery box. But I'm not sure where to put all of that. So if I start right here, then I can overlap the panels like this. So I leave 4 tiles exposed, and then 3 that aren't. And then the same thing up here. So there's 4 tiles exposed, and then 3 that aren't. And I can stack it up this way with some ladders to allow my dupes access. And then I think I can put the battery box inside the pyramid. We'll try that. So why does this pyramid formation work? Well, solar panels are kind of weird. They can only produce a 380 watts max, but you can see that they get maxed out before the lux maxes out. So the lux is still going up, but the output on the solar panel is staying constant. So we can capture more of this lux by hiding some of the solar panels underneath other solar panels. So this is a more efficient way of capturing all of that sunlight, instead of having some of it go to waste, because the solar panel can't convert all of it into power. So I'll stack this up as high as it'll let me go, and that looks like it's right there. And then I'll start working my way back down, and then I'll go back up, and then back down. And then I'll leave some space for some rockets over here. And this should be more than enough power. And now that I have a stable supply of reed fiber, I'm going to put back the atmosuit checkpoint and remove this oxygen mask station. That way more of my dupes can help build this. So now I've got my solar pyramid set up. If I wait till exactly noon, you can see the max output on these solar panels. And with some quick math, we can see how much more efficient they are. As the lux is increasing, the wattage is increasing, and I think it's going to max out at 337. Oh, 338. 339. Okay, it looks like it maxed out at 339. So on just the base solar panel, it's 7 tiles wide, and it produces 380 watts. If we just divide the 380 watts by the 7 tiles, then that gives us an average output of 54 watts per tile. And then with this pyramid setup, it gives us 339 for every 4 tiles. So 339 divided by 4, that's 84 watts per tile. And that's really sloppy, but I already wrote the units in above. So if we want to know how much more efficient this setup is, then we can do 84 minus 54 over 54. And then times 100 to get it in a percentage. This is 55.5% more efficient than just leaving them flat. So to put that into a better perspective, if I was getting 2 watts previously with the flat solar panels, I'd be getting 3 watts now with this pyramid. So now I can't actually use any of that power yet, unless I have more battery capacity, because during the day these are completely charged, but as we approach the night, they start to decline. So unless I put in more batteries, this extra power production doesn't really mean anything. But I want to save that for the next episode, because this episode was mainly about these farms. I have a simple mealwood farm. I've got some bog buckets going with a farm station once I enable that. And I move the grill over to here so that it's easier to transport resources. And then these Dreckos should keep my atmosuits repaired. I haven't quite decided what to do about this glossy Drecklet egg yet. I think I could make a separate glossy Drecko farm down here, if I really need the plastic. So that seems like pretty good progress for this episode. I would like to remind everyone that's made it this far that I do have a Discord server with some Oxygen Not Included channels. If you're interested in that, there's a link in the description. Just make sure you click the little thumbs up once you enter the welcome page. That way you get access to the entire server. I'm also approaching 1,000 subscribers, which is a big deal for small YouTubers. So if you'd like to see more content like this, then just click on that subscribe button. And if you click the little notification bell as well, then YouTube will let you know once I've posted a new video. But if you are a member of the Discord server, then you'll also get a message there as well. The YouTube algorithm also likes it when you press the like button. So if you did enjoy this video, I would greatly appreciate pressing that like button. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you in the next episode.